up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Eha, coming live with Journey with Trish, the podcast. I am so super duper excited to be back. Not in our regular building, not in our regular state, but I'm excited to be bringing you the podcast all the way from Houston. All right, let me go ahead and give you my medical disclaimer tonight. Neither myself, Patricia Reed, aka Miss Eha de Jimenez, or Journey with Trish, the podcast, is here to give you any type of medical or psychiatric advice tonight. So if you are having any type of those emergencies, I would defer you to your nearest emergency room, dial 988 or 911, because I am not your provider. Tonight, I got my people with me, not in the building, but I'm glad to be back with them online. What's up, y'all?
What's up? We are glad to be here. Let's finish what we
Tell them
started.
finish what we started. So if you don't already know, we had our first live Journey with Trisha. The podcast was back in September at the Daphne Civic Center. And so
Mhm.
softness, sexuality, and submission. And we had this stack of like 50 questions, and you can really only get to like 3 questions, 4 at the max on a podcast of that length. Plus, we had to cut it short. So I was like, cool, we got all these questions we still need to answer, and I need to be getting some back to work. So here we are. And we're going to address some of these questions. LaShonda and I were just right here on TikTok Live. We picked out some questions that we're going to ask tonight. Shamaya is, I don't know, Shamaya's going to, I'm not sure if she had to work. What happened? I haven't heard from her. But anyway, we're going to move forward with the podcast tonight. Chris Jackson is also not able to be here tonight. But again, we're going to move on with the podcast because I'm ready. I'm glad to be back at work, y'all. I have
Yes.
missed it. Podcasting is my therapy. So I have missed it. All right. So y'all ready to get into this first question?
We ready.
Well, we got to tell them about you first, friend. Tell them who you are. A little bit about
Me?
yourself. Yeah.
Okay. My name is LaShonda. I am 40 years old. I currently reside in Mobile, Alabama. I am a registered nurse by trade, mother of 3, grandmother of 2, and a friend of Miss Trisha, Patricia Reed, aka Miss D. Jimenez. And I am excited to be here once again. So thank you for having me.
What's your relationship status?
My relationship status is single and not mingling, looking for waiting on my husband.
Okay. Okay. And center screen, who do we have? Mr. Center
Oh,
Screen,
that's
Big.
me. Oh, my bad. Big rap.
All right. You want to tell me a little about your platform, or you want to pass the way? What you
Oh,
mean? Like
big
we don't
rap
get none of this
media.
tonight?
My platform. I ain't been moving much on my platform lately, so it's just big rap media, man. Y'all can find me on YouTube under Big Rap Media, Facebook, Instagram, Big Rap Media. Uh, Local business owner. So come see us 138 Baldwin Square, Fowler, Alabama.
Come
You
see
need some
you
shirts
for what?
made.
What is your shirts made? Okay.
If you give me time to finish what I'm saying, see, we starting off on the wrong foot. That's twice today y'all done try to tell me what to do.
Mm, I'm minding my business.
Listen. All right. So what's the name of your business?
Exclusive cut.
Exclusive Cuts. And you guys make t-shirts, custom made t-shirts. And
Yep.
custom made
You
lots
see
of
it.
different custom made stuff. Okay.
Lots of different custom made stuff, but we specialize in t-shirts, but we do a lot of different other things. Check us out on Facebook, Exclusive Cut, Exclusive KUTT on Facebook. Hit like, follow. We ship whatever you need. Walk in, we might make you a shirt on the spot.
All right. And shout out to his wife, Miss Stephanie Seals, my girl.
AKA Big Sting.
Big Stank. Let's get into these questions. All right. So I'm gonna shuffle. We're gonna ask our first relationship question, right?
Let's get it.
I might have switched these up. All right. Would you date someone that a friend or associate has dated or had a sexual encounter with at any time ever? I'm even back like if it was middle school. Would you date someone who your friend or associate had a sexual encounter with? Or even if they didn't have a sexual encounter, they just dated. Would you have a date? Would date them?
Who's answering
Ladies
that
first.
first?
It's
Ladies
up to
Ladies
first.
you.
first.
Okay, so number one is going to be a couple dynamics that can play a role into that. First, is this a friend, a real friend, or is this an associate? If it's somebody that I just know, I see out in the streets, hey, how you doing? Then of course I wouldn't look too far into that, especially considering where I live. It's a small city. But if it's a close friend, it depends on the dynamics of their relationship. If they were in a relationship 20 years ago, come on now. I'm going to first reach out to my friend and ask her, hey, how would you feel about this, that, and the third? If it's somebody that I know that she truly cared about, I wouldn't even ask her. It's a no-brainer. It's a no. It's a no. But if it's some puppy
So
love
somebody
type,
that you really didn't care about, you feel the need to call them and ask them. I mean, because like you said, you still live back
Well, you
at home,
said a
right?
friend. You didn't say nobody you didn't care about. You said a friend.
okay, so but what I'm saying is if it's a friend, if it's some puppy love back from middle school, high school, come on now. I mean, I hope that she wouldn't be that petty to say that she wouldn't want me to date that person, because that person could potentially be my soulmate.
And
So
are we still friends?
yeah,
Right?
and are we?
Just because you were friends and you and I were friends in high school, and maybe we were very close in high school, but I've been out of high school for 30 years. So are we still
So,
friends?
but if we're not even friends, if we're not current friends, it's a no-brainer. I'm gonna do what I want to do. We're not friends anymore.
Y'all was best friends. Y'all was besties in high school.
That was
But
30 years
you
ago.
haven't
30
seen
years
them
ago.
in 20 years. Would you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm
What
not
about
gonna miss
y'all?
out. I'm
Oh
not gonna
Lord,
miss out on my soulmate for
answer
that.
that question. I'll add you on the screen for that. You said you wouldn't miss your soulmate. And what about you? How do you feel about that, Big Rap?
Nah, I'm
Somebody that
good.
you was in high school with.
Nah, I'm not dating nobody from my area anyway, friend or not. I don't date nobody from my area, from Baldwin County, Mobile County. No,
It don't gotta be that it's from your area. Like, what if it was college? Like, what if you and your
no,
friends from high
no,
school went
no,
to college
no,
together?
no, no. I'm not even entertaining it. It's too many other women out here. I don't
But you
have
can
to do
only get
nothing
one
but.
soulmate.
Seen this man in 20 years. Y'all ain't been friends for 20 years. Y'all have not seen each other. And you gonna tell me you can't date
Well,
nobody that
then
he
we ain't
dated in college?
friends. We
That's
ain't
what I just
friends.
said. But some people
But
act like
even if it's college, and I know you used to mess with somebody that was my homeboy, no.
Hmm.
I just, I ain't never dated
That-
behind none of my homeboys or ex friends or nothing. I
That's what
made
he
the
mean
mis-
when he say
I
10 toes down, huh?
that's what he meant. That's what they mean, honey. I ain't got 5 toes.
On
like
one,
it ain't
you right.
even it ain't
I
even due
three
to
on one foot and
loyalty.
two on the other.
Okay.
It ain't due to loyalty or nothing. It's just due to I
Principal.
okay,
But we are from
when I
such a small community where even if you're not friends, like you literally know everybody. You got the football. You played football. You was like maybe not friends, but
but
that's the football team. Would you
but
date
what I'm
somebody you played
saying
football with? Somebody who
what
dated
I'm
somebody you played football
what
with?
I'm saying is I'd have been in a relationship before where I dated a chick from around my way that had dated other guys from the area or whatever. We get in a serious relationship, move in together. I invite all my partners to the house and kicking it. So it's like 10, 15 people. And out of the 10 or 15 people, 10 people that smash my
That's
old lady
different.
back in the
That's
past.
different. That's different. We said that's different. When you say bring the whole with the woman on the show, I mean the woman that you're dating that then had the train run over by the whole football team. We ain't talking about that kind of
That
He
ain't.
woman.
say
I'm saying.
train now. He ain't say
Oh,
train. He just said at
I
some
ain't
point.
say
But then been
train.
through the whole crew. Then been through the whole crew. That's
They
different.
wasn't my crew. They wasn't my crew at the time. We became
Associate,
friends
whatever you want to call
over
it.
time. After school, we became friends, and working with some of these people, we became friends. But because the town's so small,
And I was
after
a part of that
you,
small town. And I'm hoping you ain't talking about me, but we ain't in the same, we ain't in the same age group. So you can't
nah,
be talking about me, cousin. But like when I moved
nah,
here from New York, when I moved there to Alabama from New York, like everybody knew everybody, like everybody was friends. And so if I talk, it's like you talk to one person, right? And we younger back then, right? So I talk to somebody and we talk to each other, it was talking. We talking to each other for like 2-3 weeks, right? And then we
mm,
break up. And I ain't got no car. Shit, I don't got no way to get around. I'm 14, 15 years old. And so now, what I'm gonna do now? I don't go to high school down here. It's summertime. So I can't talk to nobody else in that community no more because I talked to this one person there at 14, 15 years old for two or
you
three
can do
weeks.
what you want to do. You can
And I
do what
did
you want to do. You
every
ask me what I'll do.
every time. I'm just
Mm.
saying.
You ask me what I'll do. I'm not dating nobody. None of my partners have been with, been affiliated with. None of that.
I don't see how you did that because, like, even back when I went to Robert Sale High School, somebody would be like, they would be together with somebody for a few months and then they would break up. And then the next thing you knew, they were dating somebody else from the same high school. But everybody at the high,
That-
come on, back then we only got 8, 9 black kids in the whole school.
Right.
Back then, y'all had more in Fairhope. So, what you doing? I'm telling you, at some point back then,
Dating white
everybody from
women.
that community dated
Dating
each
white
other.
women.
They're gonna run.
Dating
You're gonna
white
run into the
women.
same crowd.
You're gonna run into it. There's no way around it. And then you like start dating in other cities, like you might move on to Foley, or once you start driving, you can actually get some
Nah.
or the skating ring, the skating ring.
Next.
Okay. Next
Look,
question.
next.
All right.
Nah.
Mm.
So wait a minute. Your friend in middle school, Big Rap, your friend in middle school dated me and you, we ain't cousins, right? And I dated your friend in middle school. I'm 49 now, and you 40, how old? 40 old. You 40 old too.
I'll be
Right?
I'll be 45 in December.
All right. So back in middle school, now me and you, we run into each other at the mall or somewhere, and you was like, what's good? Trish, what you been up to?
No,
What up?
no, no, no,
You
no, because it
come up.
wouldn't go like that.
Oh,
It
that's
wouldn't go like
crazy.
that. It would
You make
be,
Hey,
me
what
you
up,
run.
feel
Trish?
You been
What's
you
going
been your
on?
head
That's
on the
my
dead on
dog.
the
That's my
wall.
home girl. You cool in the motherfucker. And keep it moving.
because somebody dated them in middle school. You crazy.
And
All
because
right.
you from the
Stop.
Next
area.
question. Huh?
And because you from the area. I'm not dating nobody from my area, period.
Next question.
Yes.
I'm not entertaining it. It's not an option. That's a
Okay.
no-fly zone.
Should you ask a man? I really want to know the answer to this question. Should you ask a man if they're married when you meet them? If so, how soon before you ask that question?
Immediately.
Off the ripper.
Immediately.
I tell
Because if
people
you
I'm
don't
married.
ask, they're not gonna volunteer and tell you.
I want to
I do.
know.
I
I'm not
volunteer.
asking if you're married. I'm asking, are you in a relationship? When in a relationship, do you live with somebody? Because people break up and they still living in the same house. So yeah, I want to know everything, and I want to know everything
Immediately.
immediately when it
I
comes
tell
to
them I'm married right out the gate. I'm married.
So here's another, like, as a caveat on this question. we talked about this before, Shonda. We talked about being, at the age where we're looking for somebody who's already established, right?
Right.
Somebody who has good credit, somebody who I don't have to help take care of, but we can help each other take care of each other. I'm cool with
Right.
that. But I want to know, and I don't have an answer. I've been trying to get somebody else. TikTok, if one of y'all got the answer, I need somebody to give me the answer. Because you asked me this. So when do you ask that question? Like when you sitting down, right? And me and you, we on a date, and I'm be like, yo, so how you got good credit? Because they can tell you anything, right? And it's like you're not gonna
Oh,
sit there on you doing all right financially, like anything I need to worry about. I don't think that's a question for like a first date,
that is
but
so
how long you
inappropriate.
gonna go? How
That's
long you gonna
inappropriate.
go? I believe that, but how long? There goes Shemaya. How long are you going to go?
Okay, so my rule. Hey, Shamaya.
Hey, honey bunny.
So my rule of thumb with that would be, I would not try to find out your financial status unless we are seriously in a committed monogamous relationship.
So
And
now
and and
you have fell head over heels in love with this person, and now
Well,
you're in this
no,
committed,
Trish.
serious
Trish, you
relationship.
keep throwing all this sauce on everything after you ask the
No,
question.
no.
You no, it
okay, but let me
it got to
finish
be
Well,
answering
something.
it.
listen, y'all already know I'm in the Streets Reentry program, so I'm still learning, right?
Okay, so,
So
but let me answer though. Let me answer.
when do we commit? That's what I want to know
Okay,
first.
so my thing is, we have an intuition or a discerning spirit. You can look around and just be inquisitive to find out if a person is really truly struggling. If you know you're going out for dinner and we on a budget all the time, or we can't go to certain places because the finances are not in order, or if you happen to see bills or something around the house and they're delinquent or he's late paying this, you kind of get an idea of where they are as far as financial. But I would not go in, come through the gate asking like, hey, what's your credit score? That's so inappropriate. I
And
would not be
I
trying.
believe that because I wouldn't give anybody mine. Like I'm not going to share my financial status with anybody I don't know.
No,
So
but
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 I'm
you would
asking
know.
nobody still ask my question because I explain to me, right? What is the commitment and when at what point do we decide, okay, you know what? I
When
really
it
like
start
this person.
affecting my household, because if it's not affecting my household, I could care less what you got going on over there in your household. Now if we're joined together and it's going to affect me, then I need to kind of see where you are to see if I need to be trying to help you, get your stuff established or vice versa.
So
But
you
if
don't
it's
let
not
your
affecting,
feelings get all entangled and wrapped up in that because breaking up is hard. Listen, breaking up is hard once
who
you're
told
in.
you that? Who told you that?
Breaking up was hard for me. Now you can sit here and pretend like you can just break up with somebody after you've been with them for a while and it don't affect you if you
I ain't
want.
say a while. I didn't
Saying,
say a long time. I ain't say a
I'm just
long
saying.
time.
So that's what I want. I want like what lets me know that I am at the point to where, you know what, I can commit to this person. And how do I know I want to commit to that? How am I going to make that decision if none of those, if I don't know any of that?
I mean, you'll know when the appropriate time to ask. It's a time and a place for everything. I wouldn't just go in and be like, you know what? Are you current on your rent? Are you
So
struggling
you
to
don't
pay your
know. So
power
the
bill every
answer to the
month?
question is you don't know.
No, it is. There's no specific time frame. There's no specific time frame. Use your better judgment.
Better
I agree with that.
judgment
I
has
feel like
uh
they're really, you can't put a time on it because it's going to be different for everybody. But like
Exactly.
it has to work for you, you know? And so once this person becomes like a person of interest or a potential,
that
I
is what
think
I
you
am
should have
saying.
those conversations
That is
before you
what I am
commit.
saying. Shamaya, I definitely agree with you. But
But there's no time frame though.
I understand that you're
Yeah.
saying there's no time frame, but what I am still saying is what are you looking for? What are you looking for in a situationship or uncommitmentship to let you know that
Here
I
you
would
go
feel
with all them chips.
Who
You
I
cares
want to
if
know.
they're in a
change
I want to
if
know
it's a
what it
you
is.
situationship? I
change
don't care
you
what his financial
changing
status
everything
is.
when you start throwing them ships around. Either it's a relationship or it's not.
Okay, so answer me this question, somebody, please, or just say you don't know the answer. What do you look? And this is not, it could be different for everybody, right? Because we're all different.
It's
So what are you?
subjective, yeah. It's very
Yeah.
subjective.
All right.
For
So
me,
what
for
they
me,
are here.
if I'm peeping the scene from the get go anyway. I'm trying to figure out what's going on anyway. When I come to your house, I'm checking everything out. I'm looking around. I'm peeping the scenario. I'm seeing how you asking, what you asking for, the things you want to do. And the thing is, once you start asking for money to pay a bill or something, and we've been together, what, a month? I'm out. Pew, gone. I ain't worried about it. But at the same time, if you dealing with me and you end up liking me to begin with, to go out on a date with me, most women don't like me until they get to know me. Most women think I'm an asshole all the way up until they get to know me. So before you ask me on a date or we decide to go on a date, you gonna know I'm broke. Cause that's all I'm gonna talk about. I'm broke every day. I'm broke. Don't ask me for nothing. Don't ask me for nothing. I ain't got nothing together. I got a ex-wife, child support, everything. Don't ask me for nothing. I'm broke. If I decide to do something for you, you better be happy I decided to do it. If I and I spoil my woman as much as I can and whatnot. But
Mm.
you don't know, big rap come from the struggle and still in a struggle. You know what I'm saying? So I put my money towards things I'm trying to better my future and better for my kids. So I claim broke. I don't care how much money I got. I claim broke all the time. I'm broke. I want you to think I'm broke. And if
Well, I
you
ain't
like
speaking
me,
that over my life.
It is
even if
not
you,
necessarily speaking over your life, but I have learned from
it's
experience that it's,
protecting myself.
yeah,
And
it's not
and
a good idea to
and
go out and let everybody know that you might have.
if you
Even
still
telling
like
them what
me
you
after
do.
me claiming broke all this time, oh, I'm rocking with you. One, I ain't looking for nobody that come from money or that got a whole lot of money, because people that got a whole money, people that got come from money or got plenty of money, tend to act like box number one and box number four. You feel me? And we don't get along at all, because I need somebody that's been through a struggle with like me. That's the only way we can relate. Because then you know when times get tight, you know how to pinch and squeeze a dime out of a nickel. You feel me? I don't need
So,
nobody that come from money. I don't need nobody that got a lot of money already. Now we can build together and get this money,
So you want somebody
but
broke?
nah, that ain't necessarily the truth. Necessarily true. I want somebody that's maybe
I don't
grew
think he's
up
saying
broke.
he want
Yeah,
nobody broke.
yeah, I
I
don't think
think
he's
he's
saying that
saying
either.
I think he's saying I need somebody that if we did go broke, you know how to work with me so we can get back to this money to do what we gotta
Because
do.
you've been there
Right.
and
before.
it ain't gonna break you, and you ain't gonna up and leave me
So
because
punish
we
a
get.
person if their upbringings is if their financial
It
upbringings
ain't
was a little bit
punishing.
more.
How's me not dealing with you punishment? That's not
Because
punishment.
but if somebody
You
truly
looking for a
liked
better
you,
man. You looking for.
But how did
I
you even
want
get
you to
in a
go find a
relationship with
better
this
man.
person and
You
get
don't
to
need
that?
me.
so
You
you
don't
would
need me. You
not
need a
talk to
better
a
man.
person because they came from a family of money.
Absolutely not. We ain't got nothing relatable.
And that's
But
not
just
that's
because
not
they got money
pushing
don't
that
mean you
person.
got money.
No,
But how do you why do
exactly.
you I don't
We don't
understand.
relate.
Answer
I
this
We
question.
disagree
don't
because
relate.
some families, like of course, I'm on the outside looking in. Look at somebody like Ti and his family. He had a lot of money, right? But he didn't just give his money to his children. He actually made his children go out there and do things. So they may not essentially know what a struggle is per se, but they know how to go out there and get the money. Does that make sense? So I'm okay with. I mean, I'm okay with someone coming from money as long as they still had the
But
mindset of
that that's the difference in a woman and a man. Like some men want a woman that come from money and that got money, but so they can feel comfortable and feel like they got a woman that got it all together. That's a flaw to me. That's a fallacy to me because
Ooh.
I just can't even see it. I can't even see it. My mama didn't come from money. My mama had to work and grind, and she working to this day. I don't need nobody that can't appreciate that. And
But you
most
we can
women
you
that
can
come
still
from money,
appreciate the
Yeah,
money.
you can
most
still
women
appreciate it.
let's let's
I ain't gonna agree with that. Here's why I am
let's
not fixing
talk
to agree.
factual. Let's talk factual. Most women that come from money or that got money ain't gonna appreciate a man that's in the struggle or going through it and trying
Not
to
true.
build something.
That's
it's
a
Not
lie.
true.
That is a
it's not
lie.
true.
And I can tell you that because I came from a family. I don't know what it was like growing. And I'm very clear about that all the time. My parents, as far as I can remember, have always had money in much of it. I don't know what it's like to struggle with my parents. Now, have I had some times in my marriage where we were struggling? Absolutely. But as long as I was under their household and as long as they were living, I still always had access for somebody to throw a rod fishing reel, if nothing else, and reel me back in and save me. However, my ex-husband did not come from, he came from very humble beginnings. And I I honestly I did not have a problem with that. I wanted us to be able to build and still grow together, but my mindset was also always that just because my parents had money does not mean that I had money because the money that
Exactly.
my parents worked for was their money,
Money,
not
right?
my money. And so I wanted us to get together and build our own money, our own empire, and
And let
not
me
be focused and dependent on their money.
can I attest to that because I feel like as far as I know, I've never had a struggle with I've never I don't know everything's always been great. But when I went out there and got on my own, I have been under the struggle. I have been between the struggle. And I remember needing some assistance, but my parents definitely were like, "Nope, you need to figure it out. Nope, you need to figure it out." When I of course if I was without, they would of course not leave me hanging per se, but at the end of the day I had to get out there and figure things out on my own and found myself in some very uncomfortable situations. So just because I quote unquote came for money or might have access to it, I still had to go out there and get it. And that experience, that journey is what built my character.
Right.
My childhood was just the foundation. So I'm gonna disagree with you on that one, Big Rap.
Yeah, I think we
I give
all
you.
disagree, and maybe it's a God thing. I don't
And
know.
he did say that. He did say that's the difference between men and women. They're not thinking about that. And I
And
do
then
think
even
that,
all men aren't the same.
well, that's true. And even all women aren't. Because you very well, Big Rap, you might have someone who comes for money and looks at, the man, oh, he ain't got no money, peasant, whatever, right? Like, I get that. It does happen. But it's not an absolute. Like, it's not always the case.
I'm not saying it's the absolute. I'm just saying my preference. This is my preference. This is what I look for when dealing with a female. When I was out there in them streets,
Okay.
like I just they just people that come from beginnings like my beginnings. We got a lot more in common than people who didn't, and we gonna get
Yeah.
along a lot better, and we gonna appreciate the small things.
I'll be honest. There were some, and Shemaya. If anybody doesn't know, Shemaya is actually my oldest daughter. So like there were times when I definitely like there were some things that stood out, like things that I was used to and accustomed to. And it could be as simple as, the yard and how well it's manicured, what's left outside of the yard, as opposed to him just not really caring about things like that. He always kept the yard, it was nice, but he might not worry about, the gas cans sitting on the porch where I would want them like somewhere hidden, so things like that were definitely different. And whereas I was a splurger, right? I didn't mind going out and spending some money on something. Like if I want a designer purse, I'm gonna go out and buy a designer purse. If I wanted him to have something designer, I'm gonna go out and buy him something designer. Now, him on the other hand, he was probably not gonna do that. And there were some times where, even though I kind of conditioned myself to believe, oh, it's okay, he's never gonna get that from me. It's okay. And there was some times when I wish that, yeah, I go out and I spend some real money on things for you. Really nice things for you, and you enjoy these things, you like these things, you would just never go get it for you. And so sometimes, yeah, I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say I wished that he would be the one to go out and say, I'm gonna take you on this vacation, or I'm gonna buy you this. And Shemai, like I don't have like 3 designer bags. I'm not that person who goes out and buys like hundreds or 10, 20 designer bags. That's not me. I shop at this dress came from either Shein or Temu. I'm so totally okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not that people would believe like that, but I'm really not. But if I want to spend my money on something expensive, then I will. And my rationality is I wear a Temu dress most of the time. So if I want to go out once a year and spend $2,000-3,000 on a purse, I don't think it should be a problem, you know. But would I have
What?
liked it at least once in
What?
my life? Yeah. So should you? So this Alina Beverly asked a question. So we'll
Shitting
move
me?
on. Alina Beverly asked, we're going to address this question. So should you have? So should you be in? There's this question that always comes up. Hey, Jeanette, how you doing? Janet, should you be in a 50-50 relationship? It gets asked on every relationship topic.
You
Go
better
ahead.
do what works for you.
If it works for your household, make it
Yeah.
work.
Hallelujah. Dr. Beverly. That's Dr. Beverly. Whatever works for your household works. And I say that because it may actually, at one point when I had spoken with the financial advisor, he didn't even recommend the 50-50. What he recommended was whatever percentage of the income you make is what you contribute. So even if I'm a female, I make 70% of the income. He makes 30% of the income. It's okay for me to contribute 70% and him contribute 30% because I make more of the money. However, in the Black community, and even especially the younger community, we've been so conditioned to believe that they have to either pay all of it or half of it. I think that's why there are so many
Right.
situationships out there, because that is real
Can I? Can
hard.
I?
We're
Let.
looking at
I want to
everything,
comment on this. I want to
everything.
comment on this because I've been seeing this, 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 this 50-50 argument a lot lately. And the one thing I see is I never saw my daddy ask my mama for none of the bill money. What you never saw is your daddy giving your mama all the money or all his money, and she take they money and pay the bills. Like it ain't none. First off, it ain't a child's business to know what's going on in the finances
Preach it,
anyway.
preach it.
Second of all, if you can't help pay the bills and don't want to help pay the bills and don't want to go 50-50, I don't consider it 50-50. I consider it we in it together. Whatever I got is hers, and whatever she got is mine, and it's ours. If it ain't going towards the family and building, then what are we doing? Huh? We're not in it together. Like it doesn't. This argument makes no sense.
I
People want
definitely don't
somebody
think
to
it
pay
makes any
all
sense.
the bills. Want a man to pay all the bills. And if a man want a woman to pay all the bills, that's just as bad. If
Partner work.
we can't do if we
Yes.
can't do this together, what are we doing? What are we doing? What
I'm
are we
telling you,
doing?
that is why there are so many men out there that do not want to commit in relationships because they can't freaking afford to, because you want them to pay all of the goddamn bills. Bills is high right now. Rent is high, mortgage is high, car notes is high, interest rates are high. But you really going out here expecting these men, and some of them working 2 and 3 jobs, stressing their stuff out. You don't even have no time to spend with them because they're working so much trying to pay all of the bills. And I get
And
it, you know,
then
sometimes
because he ain't got no time to spend, because he ain't got no
yes,
time to spend, you
because he
using
working
that
all
as
the
a
time.
reason to step out on him. You using that as a reason to cheat on. Well, you don't never talk to me. You always tired when you get home. You don't never want to go nowhere. You don't never want to do nothing. Nigga, I'm working. I'm out here. I'm trying to provide for you. And you ain't trying to provide for me. You ain't making my life no easier.
And I'm telling you, Shamaya, you can
How
see
is it?
like your as far as your age group, because it is even worse. And you know, we've had this conversation, Shay. It is even worse with the 30 and under age group. And I really think that it's because LaShonda, our age group, 45, you know, and up, we say things like that. But baby,
Right.
you can't do what I do. You can't say what I say because I am looking for somebody who is 45 and up, right? 40, 45 and up. Well, I expect them to already be
Established.
but you are 18, 19, 20 years old, expecting to come into these relationships with men who are already established and they got to already be able to take care of you. Or you 25, 30 and you want somebody that's already making mega money.
Don't
And
work
that is
like that.
why they will not commit to you because
You
they
got to
can't
give them
afford to
time.
to you.
You got to give them
Can y'all
time to
see?
get established.
Mhm.
You got
Look,
to give them
I could
time to
understand.
get established.
Right. Now, I can see, like, if I got back out there, if I just say I got divorced and got back out there, it'll be a completely different thing. Like, I wouldn't think a woman should deal with me other than playing anyway. Like, then I'm a play toy then. You know what I'm saying? You don't take me serious because one, I got to recoup everything I lost. And then two, I got to rebuild, got to restart all over. Like, I'm still in debt from the first divorce that's been over 10 years ago, 11, 12, 13 years ago.
So
Shonda, I
why
think
not
we
Feel
just
me?
should
wait
Like,
and don't date at all? So why
I
not just don't
have
date?
a conversation.
because what I look like not wanting to be with a woman.
You can be with a woman and not date.
I
If you're
then I'm
not
just
ready to
sleeping with
date,
everybody.
why
Then I'm
waste
just
her?
sleeping with
No,
everybody.
okay, so that's a question. Somebody, TikTok, Facebook, somebody, or it's a comment. Should you date if you don't have, if you can, is there such thing as being able to afford dating? If you can't
Yeah,
afford
if you
it,
can't afford it, don't do
sit
it.
down somewhere.
Hey,
Go sit your
hey,
behind down until you're
I
ready.
couldn't afford it for a long ass time, and I did it all the time.
But
Oh
you
Fucking
no.
just said
mean.
that you like
I
broke women, though. You like broke women.
Nah, I just said I like a woman that come from nothing. That's
Mm.
what I said. I like a woman that come from nothing. I
Broke.
don't need I don't and one I don't need a rich woman, and I don't need a woman like I met my wife on the same job I was on. We making almost the same amount of money.
And that's fine.
That,
But
I
you
mean,
but but you
that's
basically
really
intimidated
fun.
by a woman that has more money or came from money.
Now here we go. Here we go.
You
Here we
said that.
go.
Gaslight,
Well, I don't know if
gaslighting
you
at
said
its
the
finest.
intimidated word, but it kind of
Gaslighting at
insinuated
its
it.
finest.
That's what it
And
is.
see,
It's
that's
intimidation.
what's the problem right there. Right there, you want to say a man is intimidated because he
That's
has a
exactly what it
preference.
is.
Because no, because I don't like a woman with that got a lot of money, funky ass
Who don't
attitude.
want somebody who got
I don't.
money? Who don't want somebody who
Me,
make because you're
me,
intimidated.
I'm straight. We gonna make it happen. We gonna make it happen. No matter what. I don't need your money. I don't want your money, and I don't need your attitude that come with that money. You
See
can
what I'm
keep
talking
your
about?
attitude.
So you
Ain't
think
no
that everybody,
intimidation.
They got money, they
Ain't
got
no
an attitude.
intimidation.
if they ain't got
Don't
money, they got
gaslight.
attitude?
Don't sit here and gas because you gaslight. Now you throwing some gas on the fire.
Me?
Goddamn. Now
No. Everybody that make money don't have an attitude, sweetheart.
look,
You're
I'm not
generalizing.
saying I didn't say we've already discussed that it ain't everybody. I
But you
told you
just
it's
saying it. That's what you're
I
saying.
told you it's my preference. It's
I
my
want to.
preference. It's what I think.
He wants somebody
Huh?
broke.
No,
He can't. He don't have nothing in common with nobody who know how to who already got some money or who already been living a lifestyle. Instead of
Oh
taking
no, I
advantage
don't.
of
I
that,
don't. I
wait a
don't.
minute.
I don't because I haven't
Instead
been
of
living the
taking advantage
lifestyle.
of that,
some women who
I
are
haven't been
willing to
living the
step in and
lifestyle.
help.
I don't.
but listen, but there are some
I don't
women out
have
there
nothing
that
in
could.
common with.
There's some women out there that can help you elevate you, and you missing your blessings because of your pride. That's crazy.
What if my blessing is the other woman? Why do my blessing got to be money? See, money
I
used to
don't
be the
think
root of
she's
all
saying.
evil.
That's
Now
not what
you
I'm
trying to say
saying.
it's a blessing, right?
It,
It ain't
baby,
a
it's a
blessing if
blessing
I
to be able
don't
to get up
want
and
it.
pay
I don't.
Alabama
Money
Power
ain't what
Company
I
every
need.
day. It's a
Money
blessing to be
ain't
able to
what I
pay your
need.
mortgage every day. It's a blessing to be able to go get some out the refrigerator. It's a blessing to be able to crank that car up and put some gas in it. It's a blessing to be able to go up in there and cut the TV on and watch TV. That's a blessing. That's a
Big
blessing.
blessings. Those is
Big
big
That's
blessings.
blessing.
not a
I don't
blessing.
know if you want to
That's
be
That
blessed.
it
I
is
want
a
to be
blessing to
that
be
blessed.
able to
that
pay your bills. What you talking about?
that's a luxury. That's a luxury.
No, no,
Come
no,
on
no.
now.
That's a
Being
Now
able
you
to
luxury.
sounding
pay my
crazy.
That's a
basic
luxury.
utilities
Now,
is not a
now,
luxury.
when have you ever not been able to do all them things?
I
It's been
I've been in
very few
situations
and
to where
far
I
in
had to have.
between.
Yeah.
I've been in
It's been
situations where
very
I ain't
few
had no
and
I
far
done
in
cable.
been with
between. We
Catholic social
all not been
services.
able
I
to
done
do
been in
them
the
things.
grandma program. I done been on food stamps before. I
Yes,
done been
is
on
you crazy?
been on
I've
all of
been
that
in
before.
situations to where I had to have Section 8. I had to get my food stamps. I couldn't have cable. We still in cable. What is you talking about? So now, yeah, it's a
I'm not
blessing to be
talking
able to.
about you. I'm
But
not
if you,
talking about you.
but you're saying that if somebody have some money, then you can't deal with that. Why? That's a blessing to be able to go out there
Because
and do that.
you said that. You did say that, Big Rap. You feel like they don't know what
What
it's like to
I
be in struggle.
said is I can't deal with the attitude. Y'all want to keep talking about the money. I can't deal with the attitude.
Everybody who get up and go to work and make money don't have an attitude.
And there's some people who ain't got as
We
much
all
money
get
who
up and
still
go
got
to
an
work and
attitude.
make money.
Because
It's
let me
broke
tell you
folks who got
something.
attitude.
You want me to have an attitude that's worse than any attitude? Let me not know how I'm gonna pay my bills.
Now
Nine times,
I'm gonna really have an
I'm gonna
attitude
make my
then.
attitude way worse than not struggling.
When I'm broke, I got a real attitude. I
I don't
got a
even
stinking
if I'm broke,
attitude.
I don't even want to talk.
Nobody
Don't call
don't
me.
call me, don't text me,
Text me.
don't I ain't going
I'm
nowhere.
going through some things
Have
right
the money,
now.
don't
Hold
yeah.
on, hold on, hold on. She say, Miss Beverly say, sounds like he been hurt by someone. I
Exactly. I'm with
have
you.
been. I
She
have
messed you
been.
up.
What
She
you
messed you up for good.
mean? I have
So the
been.
last person you dated had money? The one you was mad before she had money?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
She done messed
And
you up
then
for
the one,
life.
Look, that's
and
that
then the one
sex
after
nurse
that, the
practitioner
one
there
after
over
that
there
had money.
diagnosing.
Then the
Listen.
one after that had money.
All
So
right,
now
keep
he
saying he may
I
say
ain't been in number four or five relationships.
that's
The
not true.
last
Some
two,
women
the,
listen.
the
Go ahead.
last two has had money.
That's not true. Some women with money will help you build, not try to control you because they have
exactly
money. Some women
elevate
that
you.
have money been through the struggle. So when she meets someone she really feeling and see all these potentials in them, man, she don't mind to help them elevate because she understands how the bottom feel. You better talk that. That is exactly right.
Yes.
That is exactly
Don't
right.
miss your blessing. Don't cut off your nose to spite your face. Big rap.
I'm not saying that's not true.
You talking out the
What I'm
side of your
saying
neck, big
is
rap.
my no. What I'm saying to y'all is that it comes with an attitude. It
No, you're
comes with a
generalizing.
I
it,
don't know who you've been. I mean, I have an attitude. I have had an attitude, but my attitude was never
you
because
Trish, you got an attitude, and
my
Miss
attitude
LaShonda
was
got an
never
attitude
because
right
of
now.
money
Both
or
of y'all got
having.
attitudes
Cause you
right
talking
now.
crazy.
I ain't talking crazy. I'm
you
just
talk
talking. I ain't even talking
crazy.
crazy.
You
Imagine
talking.
if this is crazy to y'all. Imagine being with me.
I couldn't do it, baby. We discussed that before. That's
That's
crazy.
what I'm saying to y'all. It takes a special woman. I know what kind of woman got to
Hats
deal with me.
off to your wife. Miss Rap, bless you, baby.
This rap, bless you, baby. All right, we'll move to this question. All right, the next question. This is another one of my
Hey,
favorite questions.
she is a godsend. I ain't gonna lie to you. And
She
I'm gonna
got to
tell you
be.
one thing. When we got into this relationship, it wasn't no, you need to get this together. When she got with me, I was driving while suspended. I was in and out of jail all the time, behind driving while suspended, behind on child support for no reason. Just everything was not together. When we got together, the first thing out of her mouth was, "We need to get your license together. We need to get you caught up on child support." And I'm looking at her like, "What you mean we?
She pulled a boss move. That's
We
what she's supposed to do.
we You
Yes.
feel me?" And the only time I've experienced that is with a woman like her. Now the other two was like, "You need to get it together. You need to pull yourself up
Well,
and
those are
let
just
me know
bad
when you."
experiences, though. They're just as
But
bad as
how many
experiences.
bad experiences do I have to go through?
All right,
But
well, let me say this. Let's be clear, because we've talked about this before. I don't want to do that again. I appreciate Stank for doing that for you the last time. It's not something I'm looking forward to do. I'm tired. That shit is draining. It's not something I'm looking to do this time. But when you and
Yeah,
Stank got
now I
together,
feel you on
how
that.
old
It
was
ain't, I don't know. Have you done that before? Helped a guy up like that before?
baby,
absolutely.
I'm the poster child. Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
she
How old
hasn't.
were you?
She hasn't, so maybe it worked out for us. But
How
what I'm
old were
saying
you
is,
then?
how old was I?
Yes.
How old was I? 33.
Okay. I
I
would
was
have been more
fucking
apt
up.
to do it at 33 than
I
I
was
would at
fucking.
49.
When I tell y'all I was fucking up, I was fucking up the church's money, real bad. I just didn't care. I
Well,
didn't
that's
have
why
no
they
future.
did you like that.
So
That's why
to
they
I
did you
me,
had
like
what
no.
that.
that feels like, and this is just me, this is my own personal opinion, I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. But to me, that feels a lot like parenting, and I don't want to parent anymore. I want to compliment somebody. I want to
Right.
go into a relationship with somebody who already got their shit together, or even if he might fall short in this one area, and I know I fall short in this one area, we can help each other with that. But I'm
But
not
but
I'm not
we ain't
going into
talking
a
about
relationship.
33-year-old Trish.
That's
We talking
exactly.
now.
That's what
Now
I
you
mean.
talking
I'm
about
talking
now,
about
Trish. You have that. We can't
now.
forget what
Yes.
we've been through.
Oh yes. Now I can't do that now. I'm not can't.
But
I
it's
probably could, but
but
I
it's
ain't.
not to say that she's never done it before.
Yeah, I
And
Right.
that's the
absolutely.
difference. When we're in different places in our lives, we can't compare ourselves to the next person, because you and nothing is, I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? You do what's best for you. But there will come a
Absolutely.
day when you see what I'm talking about. But it won't be until you go through what I done been through. You understand what I'm saying? Once you
But
have
see, what I'm
been
trying to tell y'all,
Well,
I
who is
ain't
your
going through nothing
mama?
because I'm married and I ain't trying to be remarried. I ain't trying to go through nothing else again.
Ooh,
My
child.
next step is the grave.
So
My
Bless
next
Miss
step is the
Bless Miss
grave.
Rap. Bless Miss Rap.
Dr. B said someone who wants to build together. I will absolutely partner myself with someone who wants to build together. We're building more together. However, build together and builds them or them build me, I just don't think it's the same.
No.
I don't want to build anybody. I want us to build what we already have together. We might not even be equal. He might have more than me, I might have more than him. That's totally fine. That's totally fine.
Right.
But
But
I'm
we
saying
gonna keep lifting each
I'm gonna be
other.
nobody's mama. I ain't gonna be nobody's mama. I'm not parenting nobody. I don't
Right.
want to teach nobody how to pay the light bill. I don't want to teach nobody how to pay their own credit card bills. I don't want to because if you are my age, damn if you ain't supposed to already know that.
You already know.
You
you
got to
should.
already know it. And I told you my philosophy before is I want to know it's a very important question. Do you have, if you are my age or somewhere in the vicinity of my age, I want to know, do you have your own? It don't got to be your own house. It could be your own apartment. It could be your own mobile home. It got to be your own something. I need to know
Right.
that you are able of taking care of yourself by yourself with no help. Because if you cannot take care of your own self, you cannot now come in and help take care of me. I'm gonna have to help you take care.
Period.
It's not like you need me to help you take care of you, right? If nothing else, if you can take care of you 100% and I can take care of me 100%, we get together,
Then
we
we can
good.
come here and take care of each
We
other.
can come here and
Right.
take care of each other.
But when you
I
meet
can make your
somebody,
life
you're
easier
already
and you can
taking
make my
care of
life
yourself.
easier.
What happened?
When you meet somebody, you're already taking care of yourself.
Not
Not if you
I
necessarily.
wouldn't.
struggling. Not if
No,
you struggling.
Not necessarily. It's
But
plenty of
And
why
people
are
how
you?
out
does
here. It's
Man, do
plenty
you
of
know
people
how
out
hard
here. It's
I
plenty of
mean,
grown
have
men out
y'all
here
been
who
divorced? I went
Yes.
through a divorce and got took for everything. Everything. I had nothing. I had to start from scratch.
listen. In
So
my opinion,
when you
and I
meet me,
love
I
you
might be
dearly.
struggling.
Listen, in my opinion, and I love you dearly. I feel like you got to be in a good enough place before you get married so that if you do get divorced, you're going to still be able to take care of yourself after. You're going to take care of things while you're married. I do not feel like you should. Now, I know things might not be as easy when you get divorced, especially with guys, and paying child support. I know it's not as easy. But I don't feel like I want any guy to be in any position. I don't want
Nah,
anybody. I
see,
don't want my
Now,
girls.
see, my situation was different because I wasn't intelligent. I wasn't intelligent with my moves. I
Yeah.
didn't have
So
a
why
bank
I don't
account.
pay for that 10 years
I
later?
didn't listen. I didn't have a bank account. My money went into her bank account. You know what I'm saying? She controlled everything. I let her control everything,
Sound like she needed
and
to though.
that's
Why
what
do
I
I
thought.
gotta
I
be?
thought she did. I thought
So
she did.
I
But
mean, if
then
you can't manage money, then it sounds like somebody needs to intervene and do that for you.
so
And
when
I don't think it's necessarily a problem. I think it's okay for a man or a woman if one of them is financially. I know everybody's not good at that, so I don't like.
Right.
That's
Whoever
okay.
the stronger person is should do it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
But
But
when
what
we
I'm
get
saying
divorced,
is,
I couldn't get that money back because my name wasn't on the account.
but
Well,
that was your fault.
that's your fault. You made a bad move with that. That's
That's
your
And
why
fault.
here's
I
the
said
thing.
that when I started this statement. I said that I
Okay,
was stupid.
okay, but
There's no manuscript for a relationship and how things
there's not
move.
no, there's not a manuscript for a relationship, but there should be a
Common
manuscript for
sense.
managing your own personal life. Because at the end of the day,
I
even
saw
though
my mama
the judge,
manage all the money, so I thought it was normal.
They don't make them like that no
My
more,
daddy gave
sweetheart.
all his money to my mama.
They don't make them like
my
that.
daddy did not give all his money to my mama.
And see, that's why one of y'all said earlier, kids should not be in the parents' business. Why not? Because maybe they can learn something from what it
Cause it
sounds
ain't
like.
none of your business.
But you really
You
could teach
go,
them something. So when they go out
I
there and get
you
can
that,
can
listen.
teach
I didn't
them.
learn
You
nothing
can
from my
teach
mama as
them, but
far as financial stuff. From my mama,
like
from my daddy, I learned how to make money and how to save money. From my mama, I learned how to run up credit cards.
shout out our Ned. Shout out our Ned.
I'm just being honest. Like my daddy, who was over here saying you don't use no credit. He bought everything he bought. It was cash. And then I had my mom over here running up the credit card and
Right.
behind his back. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying? So it made
hey,
sense
shout out
for
our
him.
Neds and Sonny, man.
It made sense for him to be the one to he made the money but at the end of the day, my mama still, man, like she was the one who went out and paid all the bills. She wrote every check for all the bills. It was his money, but she still did it. But was she out there still spending more money than he wanted her to spend? I ain't gonna lie.
Of course.
Yeah. Now the difference between me and her is she didn't make a lot of money. She didn't make a lot of money and she was running up credit cards. So it made sense for him to want her, not to want her to do that because now you got to take money that's in our savings account. And he would tell her this, like, you just went out and financed a living room set for some interest for 4 years when we got the money in the bank where you could have just went and bought the living room set. You see what I'm saying? But
Right.
her credit, she would brag. Her credit was so important to her. So she taught me that. She taught me how to build credit, but she also taught me how to print it.
Had to tear it up too.
And my daddy taught me don't get into all.
But
So
see,
yeah, I
what
do
I'm trying
believe,
to
like you
say is
said,
that
somebody needs to get
all of us, and what I give women are way more mature and way more intelligent faster, especially than somebody like me. I'm on a learning curve. It be
Oh,
stuff I'm learning today that I feel like I should have learned a long time ago. You feel me? I'll
I
be the
still
first
learn
to
stuff
admit.
all the time.
yeah,
I'm
not
just
that
saying it's stuff that
he
that
should
I
have
feel
known
like
a
I
long
should have
time ago.
known.
Yeah.
It's stuff that I feel like I should have known. a long time ago. Like right now, it's different. It's different now with the younger folks, like you say. But when I was coming through, Mama and them stayed out my business. I try to get some advice. You know, my mama and them don't give you advice until you don't want it. That's when they decide to give you the advice. When you don't want it and you don't need it, and they trying to step on you some. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? When you doing these things and you asking for advice, and you might be messing up, but you go to them for advice, and be like, that ain't none of my business. I- So I didn't have a lot of the tutelage that you would think somebody had. All I had was go to work. If you don't do nothing else, go to work, and that's what I always did.
So
Which
it
is
makes
probably
sense
why I
why at
never.
33 years old you didn't understand the importance of, not driving while suspended or whatever you said it was.
I
And you know,
never
it's
I
not.
never wanted to own a home. I never wanted to own a home till I was like 36. I was like, oh, I mean, and the house I live in is technically mine, but I want to build a house. I never wanted to build a house in my name because I always felt like I'm gone. I'm gonna go somewhere. You know
It's
what I'm
not
saying?
even
It's
just
just
about divorce or breaking up with somebody for me though. And Shamaya, you know, you can attest to this when your dad and I was still together. At some point in my marriage, I started getting so scared and so worried because I had done so much for so long, right? And so I started trying to like, you know, here, you do this, you manage this. Because I'm like, if something happens to me, I want him to be able to survive. I won't even be in my head like, oh, you know, he ain't finna get with this next woman and just embarrass me and be like, what is like what? So I think that men and women, you know, even though you might have somebody that is stronger, I think we should eliminate or like shorten, however you say it, that learning curve so that you do know how to pay. You know what the passwords are. You know which checking account the power bill is coming out of. You know, like that's things that you need to know. If maybe we didn't break up, maybe I died. And now what? How
Right.
do you take care of yourself now if I did everything for you and you don't know anything about the finances?
And that applies to your children as well.
why, Lashonda, how you turn your camera off like that?
Like that.
Yeah.
You push camera at the bottom.
Why y'all
Oh,
trying
so
to turn off?
cause I ain't want to hit something on camera. I ain't trying to mess your live up. Trish, this camera make my face look fat. I don't like it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Can we go to the next question?
The next question, and we never even got to it. How do you feel about makeup gifts?
Makeup
Makeup?
what?
Makeup gifts. I hate makeup gifts, but how do you feel about makeup
What do
gifts?
you
Somebody.
mean makeup gifts?
Okay, so you do something dumb and we ain't like really communicating like we should, and we going to bed mad. We ain't been talking. So to make up for something dumb that you did, you go buy me some kind of elaborate. And you gotta be elaborate. You might bring me home some flowers to break the ice, or go buy me a iPad or plan a trip to make or what was that $25,000 engagement ring that Kobe bought Vanessa? Wasn't it like 25?
Mm.
To make up for cheating on me, you go rest in peace, Kobe. Anyway, to make up for that, you buy me this elaborate luxurious gift to make up for the fact that you did something you ain't had no business doing.
How many times did I cheat on you
It's not
before
about
this
cheating
time?
alone.
It's
It's
not
about
I
anything.
said make up gifts. I didn't say it was
Oh,
cheap for
I don't.
anything.
I don't. I'm gonna take it, but I don't believe in all that. I'm gonna take it because I
yeah,
want it. But I mean, don't insult my intelligence and try to buy me
yeah,
no gift.
yeah. I'm
I'm
Cause
with
I'm
her
gonna
definitely.
on
take it, but I'm
that.
gonna still be mad.
I'm gonna
I'm
take
with
it.
her on that. And I ain't giving you a gift because I know you still gonna be mad.
Exactly. Like that does not make it go away because you gave me a gift.
It
So yeah, I'm
doesn't.
not really into. I'd
Mm-mm.
rather us.
I
I'd rather us sit down and talk about it first, work it out, and now we're okay. And now you come in and you bring me a
Right.
gift. Because we good. We good.
the
Not
But
makeup
I
gift
also don't
because
gonna
want to keep
be
having conversations and keep having to talk about things that are repetitive just for you to bring back multiple gifts. I don't want to have to keep doing that.
No.
yeah.
I'm
It's
gonna
like
take
what
them though. I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna take them. But I mean, you
I,
still gonna be in the
I,
doghouse.
I did that. I did that one time, and it wasn't for
That's
cheating or nothing. It was just for a bad argument we had,
that's my love language.
and
I like gifts.
I definitely.
I did a whole situation where I went up on the. I got this girl to play guitar on the girl job, and I walked in. I kicked some shit to her and was all romantic and sweet, and I got her back and shit. But when we was outside, I'm like, yo, so who else gonna do some shit like this for you? This broad said somebody else will.
Dr. B says,
That
no,
was
because you
that
come
was
with the price tag. And she also said that means Maya, what's like? And the other one said,
somebody eating chips.
what's that noise?
Somebody somebody
Somebody got a bad
smacking.
connection.
The other one says that just means that he knows he can do whatever and just get you something to cover it. I'm not in the camera. He knows he
Right.
can do whatever and just get you something to cover his mistakes. Yeah,
Right.
I really feel like that. I'm a unit. And maybe that's why we shouldn't take the gifts. Be like, no, I don't want that shit. You can keep that. I want you not to
But a
do
man,
No, 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 no,
a
no. I'm gonna
man
take the
should
gifts
a
now. I'm gonna
man
take the
shouldn't give the
gift.
so,
gifts
so
either.
he's just gonna keep doing it and think he's just gonna buy you a gift the next
Yeah.
No,
time
because one day he gonna be ready to buy a gift, and I'm not gonna be there to receive it.
you ain't
Mm.
gonna take the gift on the way out the door.
No.
I wouldn't get no apology gifts. I
I don't like them.
change actions would be my gift. I would
Right.
change my
I
actions.
love gifts, but I want gifts when we're in a. I don't. I want gifts when we're in a good place. I don't want
Right.
gifts as
Yeah,
a makeup.
yeah, yeah. I don't want no gift that reminds you of when I fucked up.
Man, listen, you just hit it on a nail right there.
Look at you.
Somebody needs to write that down. Somebody need to write that down. What about makeup sex though? Since this is softness, softness, sexuality, and submission. Um, how do you feel about makeup sex?
I highly encourage it.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Take you take your dick pill and get right. You got to bring the A game. You got to show off. You
You
got to
got to
Get
show
show
off
out.
that you
look
really
act
got to be
right.
better, right?
You got to stand up in it from start to finish.
So do you think so what part about the makeup sex, like what part about the anger or whatever you went through that made you
The
angry, do
I'm
you think
I'm
makes
taking it
makeup sex
out.
so good?
I'm taking. You gonna know I was mad at you when we having sex because I'm gonna be. It's gonna be a little bit abusive sex. It's gonna be you.
It depends on what they did. What if they were cheating? Yo, so there was a
Nah,
question.
nah. I don't want it after that.
You know
I
what?
don't
Let me
want
tell
it.
y'all something because let me tell you this because especially from a man's standpoint, I have seen so many men to where if they're in a situation, if they think another man is getting their stuff, they go in there and they try to tear that thing up because they know somebody's been up in it. Yes, sir.
Wait
I
a
They
just
might
minute.
be mad,
automatically
but
assume.
they might be
I
mad, but they be in there
automatically
trying to prove a
assume
point.
who. I automatically assume whoever you gave it to was better than me. I don't want no
Not
more of it.
necessarily.
You good.
Yeah, you talking a
Not
lot of
necessarily.
shit. Listen, let me ask this
I said
question.
I assume that way I can cut you off.
Well, you an anomaly. You know, we not talking
Cause,
about you.
Cause if you giving it away, it wasn't mine. It ain't, and technically it ain't mine. It's a woman's.
Listen,
She can do
let me
whatever
ask
she
you
want
something.
with it. She can do whatever she want with it. But if you cheat and you step out like that,
So there was a question floating around on
I
social media. I believe I
wait.
shared it on my.
Can you hit them afterwards?
Can you do
Can
what?
you
If
what?
can you hit them? If you can't hit them, you need to leave them.
What do you
You
mean?
shouldn't
Is
be
what I'm
hitting
saying.
anybody. Hit
That's
who?
what I'm saying. So that's why a lot of women get hit on. They step out and try to get back with that man they cheated on. That man that cheated on ain't in control of his emotions. So he fire off and slap her, fire off and rough her up.
That's not
Don't
cool.
leave. Don't assume. Don't assume he better than you, bro. And get
That's
out of
not
there.
cool.
Get out of there, Ray. Get out of there. Because otherwise you're gonna end up doing something you regret.
Who hurt
Next,
That
you,
anger,
next
man?
question.
huh?
Who hurt
Next
you?
question.
That's don't
Who
Yes.
act
hurt
like y'all
you?
did. Have y'all done cheated on a man? Have y'all cheated on a man?
Who hurt
Yeah.
you? This ain't about me. This
And
is about
how mad was that nigga?
He was pretty mad.
You can't go out and have coffee with another man without him losing his shit, right?
Well, I ain't doing nothing like that. Now that was in my younger days.
I'm just saying, if
what
you
is the
don't want no
question?
violence, you need to
I
get
think what
out of that relationship.
He's all over the place. Come on back. Come on back. You all
I
over the
see you
place.
turned that bottle up a minute ago. I think what
I-
let me do that.
Mm.
Y'all
Let
know
me
what I'm
tell you what
saying.
I
I might
think
be
I heard.
saying it wrong. I
Let me
might be
tell you
saying
what
it
I think
wrong.
I heard. What I think I heard is a lot of men choose to abuse women because they step out because they are not man enough to just say, you know what, if you had to do that, you and I can't be together, I'm out or you out, right? And so they hit them instead, is what
And
you're
then
saying?
and then the worst part, the nigga could be stepping out the whole time. And
This
she
is
step
true.
out one time and they
And they
do something
lose their
drastic.
shit.
It ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun, is it?
Mm-mm. No,
I
ma'am.
know.
Not at all. Nope. No. I'm with you. See, without we on the same page. I just say it different. I'm sorry if it sounded like I'm saying
It sounded like you was in a whole nother book for a
Yeah,
minute.
for a
no.
minute
I'm
it was sounding like you were saying it was okay, but you're
but
saying that guys
no.
do that, and it's true. They do. It's true.
Yeah, that's
Because
what I'm saying.
listen, you hear women say it all the time. Oh yeah, ain't no way I'm finna step out because if that found out,
He gonna kill me.
he gonna kill. That we say that
And,
all the time.
and some
Like
of
you
and
think
some of
that
them kill
then,
them.
and what you say?
And some of them end up killing their old lady
It's
behind them.
true. It's
Mm?
true.
Or or the guy go kill the other guy she was messing with. But somebody be dying. It always turn to violence and stuff. Just
So
And
be
it's
out,
so
bro.
unnecessary. It's so
Dr. B
unnecessary.
Don't
said
throw
so
your
God
life
is
away.
something.
Be out.
So Dr. B
Assume he the
said,
better man and leave. And go work on yourself and be the best man you can be. Don't stay. It ain't worth it because you
oh,
always gonna have that in the back of your mind.
Mm.
so you don't think it's plenty of guys that have stayed with women who have stepped out before. And
Yeah.
sometimes relationships we talk about this at the podcast. Like sometimes relationships get stronger after that one person steps out, and now you realize I got to sit down. What the hell just happened? Can
Mm.
we work this out? Can we like correct
You
this?
appreciate
So
each
it
other
never
more.
happened. Yeah, you start appreciating each other more.
Then you don't need to be in that relationship. You should be appreciating me before you did all that.
Maybe
How
I
you
you
said
gonna
wasn't
appreciate
appreciating
me after the
more.
fact? How
I
you
just
gonna
didn't.
appreciate me after the fact?
I
I,
said more.
you're
Or,
never gonna get me. You're never gonna get me to be that female who is going to say that cheating one time is gonna be the deal breaker. You're never gonna get me to say that because that is what I think. There is so much more bullshit that goes on in marriages outside of cheating. But for women or men, it's just that one thing. You can do this. You can mess up the money. You can hit me. You can choose everybody else over me. Like you can do all of this stuff. You can do some stuff that's really, really detrimental to our marriage. And I'm gonna stay with you for years and years and years and let you do that over and over again. But nigga, if you cheat, that's it. That's it. That doesn't make any sense to me. But that's just me.
I can't handle the embarrassment. I'm gonna be real
Embarrassment,
with
you
you.
why
Ego.
I can't handle it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't handle it. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with another nigga having to drop on me like that. It's so much
move to
that come
another
along
county?
with, huh?
Move to another county. Come.
I mean, that might be what I have. Not with her though. You been out here embarrassing me because
How
if
you
he
know
if,
that it might have been very
if
well
he
taken?
know, I don't care. I know. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. We
That's
got
pride.
family.
So
We
you gonna
got
let pride
kids.
let you throw
We
away
got
20 years
family.
of
We got
marriage?
kids. You embarrass me. You embarrass your children. You stepped out on your family.
Mm.
Man, you know how many
Say
marriages
what you want to say. You ain't gotta. You can do what you want to do. I'm telling you what Big Rap doing.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
It's too much
First
on
of
the
all, we
line.
don't know what the hell
It's
Big Rap would do for real, because Big Rap
no, we don't.
ain't.
We
Yeah,
don't for
you can.
real.
Yeah, you can say a
But
lot of
I
stuff.
tell you what.
A lot of stuff
I
I
tell
said I
you
would
what.
have, would have, could have, never would
Right.
have. But
What,
yeah,
but
until
what
you go
I
through it,
tell
you
you
know what.
what, that's one thing for sure because I can like ma'am, I got you around my mama, I got you around my family, I got you around my sisters and siblings, and this is how you treat me. This I do everything I can for you and this family. I work hard, I pray hard. We everything I do is for the family. And you stepped out on me and now you want to tell me you sorry.
Okay.
So there was a question that was going
How
around:
I'm gonna release my anger? How I'm gonna release my anger?
In the
prayer,
bed.
meditation.
No, 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 no. Trish,
Listen,
you just
listen.
said prayer ain't a cure all. I seen you
I know
post something
it is
like
not
that
a
not too
cure. I
long
said
ago.
a part of it. A
Nah,
part of
Mm.
son.
it, though.
Nah, son.
Listen, I'm gonna ask
Nah,
you something.
son.
Here we go. All
Here
right.
we
So there
go.
was a question that was floating around on social media. It is 8:43. There was a question floating around on social media the other day, and of course, my answer is always different from everybody else's answer. Great job. You've gone. Okay. My answer is always different. So the question was, does how someone treats you, does how your partner treats you affect your sex drive?
Absolutely.
Yes, 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 yes,
Absolutely.
yes. Yeah.
If he treat me like crap, I'm not finna go home and reward no bad behavior
Nope.
That's
and
not the
want to.
question. That was not the question. That's why I answered different, because that was not the question.
Okay, so when you
What
say
was the
affect
question?
my sex drive with him or with just in general,
It said sex drive,
well,
because
it may affect
I
it with
think
him.
that
It
we
would not with other
allow
people.
I think that we allow other people to control way more than we should as far as our own physical selves, right? So yes, personally, I feel like if you treating me effed up, yeah, I don't want to have sex with you. I don't want you to touch me. Sometimes I don't even want to look at you. Like I can't stand your presence. That is true. But it does not mean that anything is wrong with my sex. It don't mean I don't want none, but I
I
just
just
don't
don't
want
want
it.
it from you.
Just don't want it from you.
Right.
Right? And it may be that I just satisfy myself. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want it from you if that's how you treated me. And it's time to exit the stage. Absolutely, they treat you how they feel. Um, Elaborate, McGill MP. Uh, Alina
Trish.
Beverly 100. Yes, yes. That's my personal preference. Nobody,
That's your person. Listen,
I
man.
can honestly say
Listen, you
no.
can be in a
As much as I
relationship
have been through,
and
I
that
have
person
never
can
allowed
take
anybody to
that
make.
person can first off, if you being treated bad in a relationship, 9 times 10 sex ain't even on your mind.
Right.
9 times 10 you thinking about how to fix your relationship. Sex would be the last thing that's on your mind until you get right, until you get your relationship right.
So
And
we're
if you with
all
somebody
different.
that's a person can mentally and emotionally, spiritually take everything from you if you let them. Just
If you
because you
let them, that's
strong enough,
exactly what I just said. That is
everybody ain't
exactly
built
what
like
I just said.
Journey with Trish. Everybody ain't built like Journey with Trish.
I'm just
That's why
saying.
your answer different.
That's
And
my
and to
because
be
I don't
honest,
feel like
I'm
you
gonna
should
call
let
cap
people
on
do
your
that to
answer.
you.
I'm
Something,
calling cap on
whatever
your
is
answer.
the most important thing to you, I think is the thing. Well, one of the most important things to you, I think, is the things that you protect. Money, and being financially stable is very important to me. So there is no reason why I need to be out here letting anybody put me in a financial bind knowingly and still sitting there and putting up with that shit.
So
Sex is
so
very
sex
important to me.
sex turns right back around in the money all of a sudden. One
No,
minute we talking
I'm just
about sex
telling you
drive, the
different
next minute
things
we
that are
talking about
important.
money. What I'm saying to you,
That's why
if
we need.
if you in a relationship with a person that's treating you bad, Trish, you ain't gonna be thinking about sex. If you love this person with your whole heart, this is
Why
your
do you
this
think
is your
that? Why do you
this
really
is
think
your
that?
person. So you mean to tell me you and this man getting into it and you love him with he your soulmate, so to speak. He your twin flame. Y'all in love. And y'all beefing and whooping at each other all the time for a month straight. You going in the other room and jacking off still?
So that's what maybe that's the toxicity they be talking about. But not only with them, but I'm not
I'm
gonna sit
just
here and
saying, is
tell
that
you.
what you're doing? I'm asking you, is that
I'm
what you're
just
doing?
telling you, not even just with me. I am not gonna sit here and tell you that I have not been angry as hell with this person and not been able to put our differences to the
But
side.
somebody treating you bad is different than angry and somebody
I
treating you
listen,
bad.
I'm gonna tell you, sir, I am trying to tell you, me. You know, maybe it wasn't the greatest thing, the best thing to do, but I am telling you, me, have I been able to go and still have sex with somebody who was treating me bad? Yeah, I have. I ain't say it was right. I ain't say it was okay. I ain't saying I didn't need to be sitting on the therapist couch instead. But
Okay, so
yeah,
not so you can't say that ain't a damaged move. That's a damaged move. I can't
oh,
even get right
absolutely, I said that.
if
But
if
that's what
me
I'm
and
telling.
if my wife ain't happy and it's something that we getting into it about, I ain't sex is the farthest thing from my mind till she get right, till we get right, and that's how I am. Like
And so
I'm not
how
gonna
long?
work
Okay,
right.
so then how long you willing to stay there and wait for y'all to get that right? So we talking about we going months here waiting for y'all to get that right. And how many times this shit happen? How many times this shit happen where you got to go now
I
and try
don't
to get it
know.
right? Yeah,
Now,
see.
see, I ain't talking about me. Now, me personally, I don't have these problems. I don't have these problems. I'm just saying if we were to
So
have these
again, you don't
problems,
know what you would do. You don't know what you're gonna
I
do because
don't
I
argue.
know God. You gonna sit here and tell me that guys frequently ain't into it with somebody and they ain't gonna go to the bathroom or they ain't going to the bedroom, they ain't going to the car, they ain't gonna do something to go like get off. Come on
Relief.
now.
They still got that drive now. That
That's
urge
what
is
I'm
still there.
saying. Exactly. They still
The,
have their
the,
drive. So why
hold
is
on.
it not okay for a woman to still have a drive even though she's angry and upset? Why you got you
It
full of
wasn't
shit?
about being a woman or a man, though, was it? It's
You
about.
no, but you full of shit, big rap, because you sitting here telling me that every
I
time
can't
you
do it. I can't do it. If me and her
I don't
wolfing
get
and mad, I ain't thinking about sex. I really ain't. And it's only been a handful of times this has happened, but
it's only been
it's
a,
been
but
all.
maybe that's what it is. It's only been a handful of times, so you can put up with it. But what if that shit goes on all the time, like 2, 3, 4
Then y'all
times a
don't need to
month?
be
So
together.
in this,
Why not break up?
say it again for the people in the back. Big Rap is talking as if he has done this, and he's not talking from experience. As if he has done this, he's not talking from experience. She's saying like that makes two. You got to write that, read that, and write that again. Boy, stop playing. You haven't been intimate and still mad at. Exactly. Even Sheree said,
Yes.
like, ain't no way you ain't never been mad with somebody and still been intimate with them. If you lying, you know you lying.
And it's probably better when you're
This
mad.
you know you full of shit. You ain't finna sit here and make me feel no type of way. But it's okay for y'all. You know how many times a guy was
You
talking
know
that
what?
came to you?
You know what?
Wait,
You might be
Chandra,
right.
how
You
many
might
guys
be
talk
right.
a
You
guy?
might be right.
You
Now
know
that I'm
it's
thinking
right.
about it, you might be right. You might be
Because
right.
usually it's
But I
women
didn't
that's
like
gotta
it.
be
I didn't
pushing you
enjoy it.
off,
I
being
didn't
like,
enjoy it.
"Come, please, I ain't finna do that." You done
I
did like
didn't
you take
enjoy
me
it.
to
You
exactly.
might be right.
I know it's right. You ain't
I,
finna
I,
sit
I
here and
don't
make me
know,
feel
man.
no type of way.
That's tricky. That's real tricky. That's real iffy. Listen. I'm sensitive. My feelings get hurt easy, super easy. So if you hurt my feelings, I be in my feelings. That's what I be telling y'all. I be dead ass in my feelings. Like
Man,
I
it's
don't know.
people out here who don't even sleep in the same room together because they don't get along together. They barely talking the same. I ain't talking about you. They barely talking to each other. But 1, 2, 3 times a month, when their hormones start acting up, they going in the same room, they have sex and they split and go back in different rooms. You
Right.
don't even
That's
like each
crazy.
other. It is
It
That's
crazy.
happens.
crazy.
It's crazy, but it happens.
I
Oh,
don't. I don't. That's not a healthy relationship.
it's we never said it was healthy. We said it's happening. It's a difference.
So why? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why do it? I don't get it. Why not find somebody you
They
happy
stay
with
together
and be
because
with
they
that person?
there you go. You hit it on the nail, Dr. B. They stay together because they can't afford everything on their own, a big lifestyle change. They got kids together, kids still a certain age,
I
kids still in
agree.
school. You got a mortgage that you can't afford to pay on your own. So you stay together. You stay together, and one of you scared that the other. Most of the time, it's the woman that's scared to go step out because of what he might do, even though he probably stepping out all the time anyway. But you know, guys, they don't. They want it from home. They want it from outside. They want it from Keisha house. They want it from everywhere.
I don't
Well, we talking about Joe.
like, and it's a bunch of guys like that. It's a lot of men like this. You
We ain't.
can't
Hmm.
say that we want it from everywhere.
I'm just saying, you already have somebody that's outside, but you still come home to your wife who you ain't even talking to, you don't even get along with, but every once in a while you're gonna still look at her and she look kind of cute or she got on something sexy and you like, you know, okay. So now all of a sudden, for the first time in 3 months, y'all got together. You still telling Keisha though that light-skinned Keisha that you and your wife ain't together, you know, y'all just in the same house. But 2-3 times a month, you and your wife still link up because she had
Right.
on something cute that night. She said something that made you, you know, that was nostalgic, and so y'all linked up tonight. Yeah, that's because he
Mm.
like broke chicks.
That's because he like broke chicks. Mm.
I hate
Next,
y'all,
Gotta
man.
go.
next question.
Gotta
Hey,
go.
hey, you
I
know what
hate
I
y'all,
call him?
man.
You know what I call him? And this is no offense to nobody that work at the Waffle House. I'm like, yep, that's them
No,
Waffle
no,
House
bro.
hoes.
I don't
That's what
know.
they want.
I got a I got a baby mama that work at Waffle House.
Oh, okay. You
Okay,
proved my
look.
point.
All right, we're gonna try to get to these two questions. We're gonna go. Can an alpha male have a successful relationship with the alpha female? Oh, my camera keeps moving.
Sometimes.
What you think, Big Rap?
I
Can an
really
alpha male?
I really
You
don't know
already know
because
you think no because you don't answer that question. You've been
I
answering
don't
that
I
question.
don't know. I don't know. Because I don't know what the whole alpha thing is. I don't really
Dominant,
understand that concept.
like dominant, like the one that
Strong
can
personalities.
strong
Uh,
personality.
the leader, very stern.
Yeah.
Doesn't like to
I
be
don't know.
controlled.
I don't like to be controlled, and I don't like nobody that's very stern myself because it reminds me of my mama. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Sharita, you said missed the question. The question was, can an alpha male have a successful relationship with the alpha female? I think so. I
Like,
think
have you
As long
like
as she stay in her feminine energy and not try to emasculate a man and want to be dominant, then yes. But if you have a woman that's always want to be controlling in her masculine energy and don't know how to sit her behind down, then no, it's not gonna work. You can't have two heads of the house.
I believe that. I believe you can't have two heads of a house. And I know that though when
Not
you
even on your taxes.
when you are working on becoming well, okay, so we'll talk about softness. When you're working on when you've been hard or forced to be hard all your life, it's not a very easy transition over to softness. That don't mean you don't want to be soft, because I tell everybody I like yearn to be soft. I yearn not to have to work so hard and do so much. I want somebody who's responsible, so that I don't have to make so many decisions. You know, if something needs fixing, I want my partner to be,
Husband.
yeah, I want my husband to call somebody to fix it or fix it himself. I don't want to be the one that has to do it. I want him to, like, I want somebody that can look at me and say, if one more goddamn Amazon or Temu box comes to this house this week, we're gonna have, you know,
And
Because
Right.
even though we can afford it, this is too much. This makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? So yes, should I be able to do things myself that way? Absolutely. But if I gotta do everything by myself, I chose to be by
By
myself.
myself. Right.
Yeah. But if I'm
I
gonna
get
be in a
that. But
relationship with somebody, I want it to be an alpha male, somebody. Yeah, I
but
need
you got to be willing to pipe down as well.
I need to be I'm out of control. I need to be controlled a
You
little
can't
bit.
have that's like having two bulls. You can't have two bulls going at it. Somebody got to have some. You, not somebody, the woman has to know her role. You can't be y'all can't be up in there bumping heads like that.
But a man need to know his role too now.
He do too, but if you want a weak man, then you can run him. You can run him and get your weak man and you can run the household. But
And
if
I
you want a true
Right.
alpha
and
male,
you
then he's
are
not gonna
like
allow
I
you to
don't
do
want
that.
the male or the female to be weak. I said that today. Yes, last night. I said I was in my soft girl era, not my weak era, because I don't think they're the same. I don't want either party to be weak. I want us both to be strong, you know, but I want to be able to let my guard down and not be, I don't want to have to be as strong as you. You know, if something happens and you fall short, yeah, I want to say
You be
if I got
strong. You be strong at your job. When you come home to your husband,
I want
your
to
whole
be
demeanor need to change.
yes. I told you in 2025, I want to say, okay,
All right, baby.
all right,
Okay. Even if he ain't right. All right, baby.
okay, you know, all right,
Look, you sit there and be cute. That's what you
yes,
do.
okay.
Sit in your feminine energy and let him take control. That's why God gave them big old broad shoulders and them big backs.
So
So they
that's
can
But
carry that.
don't
true.
but don't let him be in too much control because he gonna make mistakes. And
No, I ain't
and
gonna sit there and
men,
watch you.
And
I'm
that's
not
what
gonna
I
sit there
said. You
and
yeah,
feel
watch
like
don't
I
you.
ain't
don't
never
watch
gonna
me.
be so far. I'm never gonna let anybody control me or lead me
Because
or submit me to the dungeon or hell or
you,
anything
you
like
can
that.
ask
Yeah,
you
like
can
you
ask my
gotta.
wife now. I need somebody to tell me that's stupid.
Well,
Don't
you a
do it. It's
special
stupid.
case. You a
No,
special
that's not
Yeah,
case.
true.
because
That's true. Men do stupid shit too. Now ain't no man out here that'll
I
never do
I
nothing
do a
dumb.
lot of stupid shit. I do a lot. Like
And that's why I
the
say
other
you a
day, I was
special
about to
case.
do some stupid shit and bash a nigga out. I was about to bash this motherfucker out
What's up,
behind
Jerome?
my building. And it took my wife to talk me off the ledge and say, we business owners now. We can't be doing stuff like this. Even though I was in the right and I would have been in every right to have been just smashing my, I appreciate her for saying, we own a business now. We can't be out here doing this.
And I
I
definitely,
know
and
what,
I believe that that is a wife's role. Is sometimes even when, yeah, Lashonda, I don't think that you, like I
because
said,
I'm a jump out the
soft and
window
weak
type
is the
person.
same thing.
But
And I'm
I
not
jump out
sitting
the
back.
window and then ask questions. You know what I'm
You can't
saying?
do
Like
that.
that's me.
It's
And
impulsive.
I'm real bad. I work on it now. Don't get it wrong. It ain't like I always do it. But you can, like I say, my feelings get hurt real easy, and I get rattled real quick, especially when I feel disrespected. When I feel
I don't think that
disrespected, I
anybody
I
feels.
kind of I kind of get outside myself, and I revert back to my old ways a little bit, and it's taken me years to get my emotions in check and my feelings in check because I'll be ready to, like I say, jump out the window and then be like, my bad.
Can't
You
do
know what
that.
I'm
You
saying?
got too much to lose.
Yeah,
Can't do
All
that.
right, and so that's
exactly.
why he said he appreciates having a wife who's able to kind of say, yeah, no,
Balance you off.
yeah, balance.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't, weak and soft are not the same. Yes, I want to be led, but yes, I damn sure still need to know how much money we got in the bank. Yes, I want to be led, but yes, I still need to know, did the light bill get paid?
Mm,
Yes, I want to be led, but yes, I need to know that the car note ain't behind.
right.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? So you
Right.
can't be
Mhm.
so soft that you don't know what's going on with anything in your house or anything in
And
your life or with your
and
children. You
that's
can't be that
exactly
soft.
how I was. That's exactly how I was my first marriage. That's exactly how I was. And my mama used to fuss at me and tell me I need to be a man. And I couldn't understand what she meant at that time until finally I had to say, be a man and say, we done. It's over with. You got to go. I'm sorry. I know you got my son with you. Not even I'm sorry. You just got to go. Otherwise, I'm gonna end up doing something I'm gonna regret. You got to go. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn how to be a man, and that was what 20. I was about 26, 27 at that point. You know what I'm saying? And it still took me a while to learn how to be a man. Like I sit on here and talk shit and play with y'all, but real talk, I take pride in being a man, and I take pride in being a daddy. I take
And
pride in being a
I
husband.
can definitely vouch for that.
You know what I'm saying? You Trish, you know I'm just playing. Lashonda might not know me because she don't know me, but you know I'm a family man before I'm anything else. You know what I'm saying? So I need my the way my wife set up, bless, like you say, bless her heart. Cause it is I play a lot, I talk a lot of shit just like I do with y'all. I'm annoying as hell. I'm like a big old child most of the time. Except for I get up, go to work, I handle my business, I take care of my family. I'm a man first, but then I play a lot. I got a lot of childish ways, just playing, not really taking a lot of stuff serious, playing at the wrong time, pissing her off. She have to deal with that. But
Mm,
she know how to reel me in. But I forgot what I was going on.
you forgot. Next question.
Last question. This is the last question of
Hold
the
on,
night
LaShonda,
for
you gonna
tonight.
stop doing this. You gonna stop doing this.
Baby, you losing
You
your
gonna
train
stop.
of thought, honey. You
That
losing your
Don't
train of
like
thought.
Rap, you know you do got ADHD now. We both do.
I'm trying to stay on task. We've been on here for 2 hours. I just want you to know that.
you right. You
Okay.
right. You right.
All
My
right.
bad, my bad.
Last question. This is the why do you think you so special? The question says, why do you think your head game is so good that he wouldn't cheat on you? And that question, to kind of break that question down a little bit, is like a lot of time women's we think we could use our sexuality to keep a man, as if, because he tells us that we have maybe he had the best head he ever had with you, but if you don't know whether he had none with nobody else, he ain't gonna come tell you that somebody else's head game was better than yours, right? He's gonna probably
Right.
always tell you that. Yeah. And so we want to know, why do women, and I'm sure, I mean, you can give your opinion on it, or somebody else in the crowd can comment, but why do you think that women believe that we can use our sexuality and how well we perform in any area of sexuality as a way to
It's called delusional. It's called delusional because
And man contribute to it too. Man
yeah,
contribute to it too.
it's a form of delusion because there's no way. I mean, what are you doing so different from this next woman to make you think that you can use that to entrap a man? You can't. I mean, it would be nice if that's the case, and we all could have what we want because we're going to be doing all kind of acrobats and sick, twisted stuff. But at the end of the day, I don't care what you're doing to a man. You can be flipping them upside down, licking the gooch, whatever you want to do. It's not going to keep him. It's not going to keep him. I don't care
No,
what you like to do and what he
no.
like to do. He's going to enjoy it at that moment. He's going to do that. But when he done with you, you done.
Yeah, he
If
gonna
you
pump you
if
up.
you
Because they say most men talk when they are having sex. They're gonna tell you, oh, it's so wet. Oh, it stay wet the whole time. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so tight. Oh, I ain't never had none. Like they're gonna tell
That's
you
to
that. Like it's
arouse his
part of the
mind. That's
experience.
to arouse. That's
Yeah,
to
it's a
get him,
part of
keep
the
him
experience. So
aroused.
you really think
Cause
that
I
when he
don't
goes
do
to the
all
next
that. I
person?
don't say all that. I don't do all that. Say all that. It's just
And that's just to say, women, stop thinking that. Don't flatter yourself. Don't think that you're so much better than the next woman. And oh, this is Miss. I'm superhead. I get the best this and I do the best that. We all doing the best we can. Some of us are a little bit better than the others, but that's not at the end of the day gonna keep anybody. I don't care what you're doing. You can swallow it whole and regurgitate it. It don't
and
matter.
then the cleanup woman come right around and take them right from you. Cause it's always a cleanup woman out there.
Oh, exactly. So you're not special, mama. So don't think that you
You're
can just
not
get out here
sexy,
and do.
mama.
and do this, that, and the third, and he just gonna be so infatuated with you because you're doing something he's never done.
Mhm.
It's gonna always be another woman that's gonna take him to another level. It's just like a high. You seeking this
Or he
high.
gonna take them to another level.
Right. I
You know
mean,
what
but
I'm saying?
it may you may be good, but he may get used to that and he wants something else. So what are you gonna do when he want to get somebody to take him to another level and you've already tapped out? You maxed out. He's gonna go get it from somewhere else. So you ain't special, baby. Stop fooling yourself.
What makes you
And
special is the way you treat him outside of that bed.
Exactly.
That's
Now,
what makes you special. If
exactly.
you make him feel special with your actions and your kind words and your love.
Investing
I
in that
like
that
feminine
goes both
energy.
ways. That goes as far as the male and the female in the relationship. Because I'm telling you, like your relationship cannot be built on those kind of things. Your relationship can't be built on how good sex is. Because at any
no,
given time, if the
it's
sex is not great
important,
anymore, if
but it
something,
ain't
it
it
is
ain't at
important.
all.
It is
Yes,
very
it is
important.
important now.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah, it's
important.
very important.
it's
But
important.
if that's all you got and then everything else falls apart and that's all you got,
You
You
ain't
ain't
got
what's
got
gonna keep
nothing.
you there then? What's gonna keep you
Like a
there
penny
then?
with a hole in it.
Hmm?
nothing.
That cannot, yes, it is very important. We want you to enjoy it, but it just cannot be the be all and the end all of your
No,
relationship. That is not what you're gonna build a relationship on is sex.
no.
It's
Because
not.
if there's, I mean, you can have sex and still not have chemistry. You can have
Mhm.
sex and still not be attracted to a person. So that's just
You
an
can have
act.
sex and
When
still
the
be
act is
mad with the
over, the
person.
feelings and emotions are gone.
Mhm.
And that's how a lot of these fellas end up with all these baby mamas and stuff. Good
Of
sex
course.
and ain't got nothing else in common.
Right.
Can't even hold a conversation. Don't even want to be seen with her in public.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Be
Because that's not your type. You just caught up in the moment, that feeling, that aura.
that
You
sex and that you
engage.
can come get it. It's easy. You can come get it. You can do all the things, and he just ain't with you. You ain't clicking. Y'all ain't on the same wavelength. Y'all
And
ain't vibrating the
I don't
same.
care how pretty you is or how good
And
none
that's
of
what
that
I
stuff
was just,
is.
I mean, it's been on the tip of my tongue, baby.
I don't care
Listen,
how
that's how
pretty
we
or
gotta
fine you
keep
is.
it
That ain't gonna work,
tonight.
baby.
Listen to me, mama. Mama, listen to me. It's a lot of pretty women out here. It's a
Right.
lot of well-dressed women out here. It's a lot of fine-ass women out here, pretty
With no
and fine,
substance.
with no substance at all. At all. That is not what it's going to take
To
to
keep
keep
them.
somebody.
Hmm.
Okay, you got to be pretty.
I've
It's
had
just
plenty of ugly girls take my man.
girl. Now back then when I was in my
That's
20s,
usually who do it. That's usually who do it.
who?
Yep. Old
And
Barilla
then
took them. Sure did.
that's usually who do it. The fat white girl especially.
Yeah.
That's
Practice
usually
The
who
dummies is
do
ones
what
it.
we
that
used to
come in and
call
sweep them
them.
and take them from right under your nose. I hope y'all heard
Right.
that. That came
So
from
don't
But
be
I
naive
ain't
and think
take
that
him.
somebody they gonna
That
take them
he
because
ain't
they
take him. You
can.
had to throw him out because you couldn't believe what happened.
It'll be the
You had to
same
throw
guy
him
that
out.
was talking. It will be somebody who was in the street with you and looked at this girl. To my nobody want like you was looking at her, you was talking to her. Man, that big ass girl, man, anybody want her fat ass. Like they say stuff, stupid shit like that whole time. They hitting that whole time.
That
Loving
that
her.
that big pool get wet. That big pool get wet. Goddamn. That's what he said. That's what he letting you know when he say he don't want nothing like that.
I'm just
Hey,
saying, y'all.
I I've been a
I
victim, so
mean,
I'm telling you, don't fall for that and think that she can't take your
but you got to
man.
peep a
She
nigga
can.
Because
resume though.
anything,
You can
because of size, because of looks, don't feel that way. And if your man ain't the greatest looking guy, please don't think. I tell my friends all the time, don't nobody want him. What? Yo,
Don't be
he go
stupid.
to work every day. He got a good job. He coming home with good money. Please believe me. Even the ones who ain't making no money, it's people out here who will take care of them. There are women
Easily.
out here who will take care of them easily. So please don't ever, I don't care what kind of man you got, what they ain't doing, at the very least, do not ever think that he can't get nobody else. Please don't ever think they can't get nobody else. I
Gonna
don't
get
care
you
what
he
what
gonna get five somebody else's.
hmm?
Sure will.
Yo,
Don't
we
be
been here
naive.
for a minute. For a minute. So we got to get out of here. Listen, I want to thank everybody for joining. Shamaya, she had to, I don't know what happened. She disappeared, came late, left early, but it's all good. She had a good time. Thank you to Miss Beverly and Dr. B and whoever else was feeding us comments tonight, whoever caught us on TikTok, whoever caught us on Facebook. I am really not sure. We are just getting back into the swing of things. I'm working on trying to find an actual studio. But in the meantime, my podcast will be done virtually because I was ready. Rick slide back. I was ready to get back to work. So I'm glad to be back to work. And I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight to Journey with Trish, the podcast, to talk about our newest theme. We're going to be doing it for a while, like a series: softness, sexuality, and submission. If you got any questions you want us to address on the next podcast, and I'll let you know what it is, just inbox me on any page. You can inbox me on TikTok, inbox me up Patricia Reed on Facebook, Journey with Trish the podcast on Facebook, or catch me on YouTube. Thank you for following your girl. We don't end podcasts over here without praying. So I'm gonna go ahead and say a word of prayer and pray us on out of here. Father God, in the name of Jesus, God, we just want to thank you tonight for making this possible, for bringing us together, and for allowing us to have a much needed topic that will hopefully not only help us together here as panelists and hosts, but also to help somebody else that's out there watching. God, we thank you for everything that you've done for us and everything that you continue to do. God, we thank you for continuing to touch us spiritually, emotionally, so that we can be the best people that we can be, so that we can partner up with somebody. LaShonda wants a husband, and I'm praying that you send her one. I want a husband one
In
day, and I'm
Jesus' name.
send me one. But let us not settle for what you don't have. Just make it like very clear. We ask that you continue to bless and be a blessing in Big Rap and Big Stinks marriage. Continue to let them prosper and thrive. Bless their business abundantly above all that they could ask or think. Continue to bless Journey with Trish, the podcast. Let the followers keep coming in and in and in and in, and the views keep going up and up and up and up and up. Thank you for everything you've done, and for everybody out there. Thank you. We love y'all. God bless y'all, and good
Good
night.
night.
All right, I got to end both of these.